All right, so I finished rebuilding the horn that I'm going to use on my R90, or my R90/2 project, my old BMW with the R90 engine. I powder coated the front, I painted everything else, but I went to run it and it doesn't work. So what I thought I would do, I've already fixed it, but I'll show you what I did. How you fix an automotive or motorcycle type horn. Most of them are sealed. This one is old and awesome, so it has screws to retain this ring. I'm gonna take these screws off, take this all apart. On most of them, you have to kind of pry up the lip because they're crimped on, and it's a real pain in the butt, and really it's almost academic. You might as well just buy a new one. But yeah, I thought this might be cool. All right, so I'm just gonna unscrew these. I've taken the screws out. Now this just lifts right off. Now that's what you would normally have to pry off of another type. And then you have this this membrane. It's like it's a piece of steel, and this is really cool because this is actually what makes the noise on one of these. And this is the guts. What you have in here are two copper coils. They act as an electromagnet when you apply voltage. When the electromagnet turns on, it attracts this bar and pulls down, the metal dealie. As soon as that happens, there's a little contact breaker in here, just like points for ignition. And so as soon as this comes down, this little plunger hits the contact and breaks the contact. So you have your magnet, you have the membrane, it goes down, immediately breaks contact, pops back up. But then all of a sudden, it's magnetic again. Bah, 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 bah. So it just goes like this, and it repeats so fast, and it makes, a horn noise. So that's how that works. Now what happens, pretty much the only thing that goes wrong is just like in an ignition, your points can get fouled. So what you do is you take, I think I'll use this little piece of sandpaper, you slip it in between, and you just carefully get those points cleaned up of any crap in there. And that's really all there is to it. The other thing, all these horns have some sort of bolt or screw on the back here that when you tighten it, it's going to increase pitch. If you loosen it, it decreases pitch. And then, you have a positive and negative terminal. So that's all there is to it. Often they get fouled in here because water gets through this gasket. If it does, you can always put some sealant on there or something and put that back together. So, you've cleaned up your points. I'm going to put it back together, and I'll show you how it works. All right. So we have the horn back together, and something I forgot to mention was, how do you know if it's your horn that's bad or your switch that's bad? Typically, I just take it off and attach it to 12 volts and see what happens. But you can also test to see if your contact or if your points are fouled. What you can do is take an ohm meter and attach it to your horn. And if you're getting any reading, then it's good. Then you do have some contact there. If it's if it's showing infinity, then that's where your problem is. But this is showing some resistance, so we're good. Now, the other thing we can do is let's see what it sounds like. So it's pretty loud. Now it's this is actually a 12 volt horn. This is a 12 volt battery, and I'll be running 12 volts on the bike when it's done. I think it'll be fine. If it burns out, it burns out, and I'll probably use the can and put 12 volt coils in it and stuff. But I don't think I'll ever be applying enough power to it to burn it out. But you can, you know. Switches, on the other hand, this is just kind of a nice thing. You can always use 6 volt switches on a 12 volt application because they're actually heavier duty than the 12 volt ones. But when it comes to an actual electric appliance that you're going to run, like lights or a horn or something, 12 volts will blow a 6 volt item like that. But like I said, I'm going to give it a shot. I think it'll be okay. All right, thanks.